Welcome back to Chris Review Stuff. Today we're going to be talking about the Cartoon Network Hotel that's in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. So my family and a friend of ours with their family, well, a couple friends of ours, went and visited here because we were staying here hoping to go over to Dutch Wonderland, which is across the parking lot. So we were looking for somewhere close, but also something cool for the kids to enjoy and see. So we went to the Cartoon Network. And here, this video is just going to kind of put together a couple things, and you can kind of skip through it. I'll put some comments down below, some time frames that you can kind of skip through to see drone footage or the hotel rooms, what everything's going to be, food, all that stuff. You can expect to hear that in this video. So first up, we have the hotel itself. It's really cool. It's got a lot of stuff inside of it, a lot of things you can see and do. So there's food. There's pools, there's cool stuff outside for the kids to see, like a blow-up theater, so like a blow-up screen that they can watch television on, or at night roast some s'mores. There's fire pits, there's chairs. It's really cool. The pools do close at 8 o'clock, at least when we went. So you have I think it's like 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. to be there in the pool. So you have to get there early to make sure you get a spot. Like they have chairs to sit in. There's also an indoor pool, but the indoor pool is pretty small. So don't expect to have a lot of people in that indoor pool. It is kind of tinier, and if you, I would say don't go in there unless you have to be in there, get away from the sun, but otherwise it's kind of tiny. So let's go ahead and get into the rooms. Okay, so now the room itself is pretty neat. So as you can see here, we're just kind of coming into the room, and we've already been in the room for a while. And this is the end of our stay. This is our checkout. So you can see the rooms are themed to different Cartoon Network shows. It does have a safe inside of it, so you can lock that up, lock anything you want up. You don't have to worry about it. There's a refrigerator, a little mini fridge. It's not stocked. You're going to have to stock it yourself. So don't think there's going to be water in there. A Keurig for you, which does come with some coffee, no tea. Some again cool decor around the hotel room itself. And each one's kind of different. We had Adventure Time, which was cool for us because I enjoy that. There's Powerpuff Girls and a few other ones as well. Ben 10. So a few things to make it Adventure Time. The curtains are kind of the same. The rooms are painted a little differently. It's really high gloss, this high color. The bathroom is okay. I like it being with a family because you have the sink outside, so you can do brush your teeth and stuff, and go take a shower. The room right there, you can see there's a mold there, a little scuffed up on the walls. It feels like they put the thing together, and if you were like the first guest to go there, it was really cool. And they just kind of don't take care of it as much as they should, I guess, or they could, I guess. Everything was really clean when we get in. It's just there's a couple pieces of mold, a couple specks of mold on the ceiling, and some scuffs on the wall. The beds, bunk beds, our 5-year-old loved that. I slept on the bottom, he slept on the top. He didn't fall off. He had no problem climbing up, getting out of bed to get in the middle of the night to go pee. I had no problems, worries about him having to get out of there. There's lots of room for the kids to move in the room as well. So if you have a couple kids, like if you have a double bed and then two bunk beds, the bunk beds, so you got 4 people who can sleep there. It's a good sized room, lots of things for them to do because they have their own TV on each bunk bed too, don't forget. So it's not going to be like you have to watch the same thing. Well, they can watch their own stuff. So there's also this little thing here. This is like a little map or schedule of what's going on at the event at the Cartoon Network Hotel. So you can kind of see there's a layout of all the rooms. And where the pool is, the splash zone, the indoor pool, the movie theater, I think, which is only available in the summer, so don't expect to see that in the winter. And where everything else is, the suites, and all that cool stuff. And on the other side, I didn't get a picture of it because it actually does change, is the times of the breakfast, and when certain things, seasonal things happen. So 9 p.m. was the theater. That's a little late for us, that blow-up theater. So 9 p.m. you can go outside, watch some cartoons and stuff. We had no issues inside the room. Our room was right next to the theater, the screen. We had no room with the air conditioner on. We could not hear outside anyone running around, screaming, any of that, because this is like set up like a motel, right? So you've got your motel set up here. So all of the rooms, you have to go outside to get to your room. So you're not indoors. There's no hallways. You are opening your door and you're right outside. You're going to come right into that heat coming out of your room in the summer because it was hot. It was blazing hot when we went. But you don't have to worry about the sound. We did not have to worry about it. There was a ton of people around, a ton of kids, and we did not see or hear really anyone bouncing off the walls next door. We didn't hear the movie theater late at night or anything like that. Again, the splash zone, it closes, I think the splash zone closes at 9. It closes a little later, or no, it closes, I don't know, but it closes around the same time as the pool. The pool is 8 o'clock. So 8 o'clock is good because you're not making a lot of sound, so you don't have to worry about being really loud. And then we do have the big pool. So the big pool is pretty big. They have one slide that goes into the pool, which is pretty neat. So you can get big kids on that, littler kids. It does go into, I believe it's a 5-foot deep pool at the end of the pool. So they have to be able to float or swim because you're not going to be able to stand at the bottom. There are lifeguards at this pool, which is really interesting. Not all hotel or motel pools have lifeguards on duty, but they do here. So there was 2 lifeguards on duty whenever we went to the pool. We went to the pool for the 3 days we were there. We were at the pool every evening. There's a lifeguard at the bottom of the slide and another lifeguard just kind of walking around. I think there was a time where there was only 1 lifeguard at a point, but that might have just been because I wasn't paying attention. So you don't have to worry about your kids so much, but you should kind of pay attention to them because the pool is big, but it's not huge. So there's a lot of people, and you're kind of bouncing around in that where that 5-foot area is, where the slide goes into. There's kind of like suction, so it kept pulling the kid. If you get kind of close to it, it pulls the kids into that deeper area. So you have to just be mindful of that. So let's go ahead and get into the food area. So this is the menu to the main food or restaurant area. There's a lot of things on here, and looking at this too, this is not what the menu was when we got there. So we have a picture of the roasted veggie pasta that was really good, really good. The burgers are pretty good too. We went with 2 families, so it was us and another family, so we were able to see a little more of food. I had a wrap which was really good too that came with fries, or tater tots I should say, no fries. So the food was really good, and it's not very expensive. It doesn't have prices here, but like I think the veggie pasta was like 11 to 12 bucks, which isn't bad. It's hotel food, but like much better. So here's the kids menu. The kids menu, again, this is stuff that they can eat throughout the day: breakfast, lunch, dinner kind of deal. Actually, no lunch. I don't believe lunch is served. So that's one thing you have to take in consideration when staying there. You have to go to the pool area, which is a different menu. It's kind of just like burgers and nachos kind of deal. So a lot of options here. And again, they can eat off the regular menu too, but this is just kind of their deal. This was a little crazy because the cereal party is just, it was like $6, and it's just like a bunch of cereal. A bacon pancake, it's 1 bacon pancake for $6. I thought that was a little steep, but I guess if you're here, you're gonna kind of do it. But they did have this cool apron, so it was like $15. You had a really cool apron for the kids to wear if they wear aprons. You know, they help you in the kitchen and they eat. Here is the breakfast menu for pretty much everybody. But again, it's a bacon pancake. It's 3 of them. Here's a together breakfast. So it's kind of like the same stuff, just bigger for adults. We did not have breakfast here, so I don't know the pricing on this. And I don't know the quality on it. But going off of the food that we had for dinner, it was really good. I would totally say get it. The pizza is huge. It comes with, it's not huge, but it's a good sized personal pizza, and it comes with a huge side of like tater tots. Really good food. Really would eat here again. Lastly, I'm going to put the drone footage up so you can kind of just see what's in the area. There's a lot of places to eat. If you are not interested in eating at the Cartoon Network Hotel, then you don't have to, because there's a lot of stuff right down the road. So showing right away, just showing the top of the back of the hotel. You can see the slide here. This is where the suites are. This is the main area that you're going to walk in and kind of check in. That's where you're going to eat as well. And then to the right, you're going to start seeing the hotels. So the motel rooms, hotel rooms. the pool straight ahead, the splash zone. Behind the splash zone is that indoor smaller pool. To the right of that indoor smaller pool, it's like you can see that it's kind of like Finn's head. It's that white part. That's the theater screen. Some more parking. So there's a lot of parking. So I would not worry about, hey, there's not enough parking. We're bringing 3 cars. There was ample parking next to the rooms, and then right next to as soon as you check in as well. You can see just how big the pool is. Now that pool, the indoor pool, that building looks huge, right? There's also restrooms in there too, and there's the handicap accessibility inside, so you can go in the pool as well. It looks like a really big, looks like a huge area, but the pool inside's not that big. You can see there's seating for the theater. Behind the seating is the fire pits for the s'mores. Some more parking, just kind of showing the parking. Now to the left of this here is a big cornfield, so there's not much there. And then to the right of this video, which I'm not showing just yet, that's Dutch Wonderland. So you're literally going to park your car at Cartoon Network and never drive it. If you're going to Dutch Wonderland, never drive it until you leave. So you can see there's that parking in front of the main hotel area. So Dutch Wonderland is literally across that parking lot. You do have to pay to get into Dutch Wonderland to park. So I would suggest not paying. Right there is all the parking for the camping. So that's Dutch Wonderland right there. That's really cool. You can see their parking there as well. Just walk across the parking lot to get to Dutch Wonderland. We had a great time at Dutch Wonderland, but I'm not going to touch that here in this video because that's another video. But Cartoon Network Hotel, very cool. It was a little expensive for what it was, I thought, but it might have been worth it to some people. We found it was worth it because it was cool for him and us to have somewhat of a themed room. That was really neat. There are characters walking around in the morning and evening so the kids can take pictures. The area that you eat in, there's televisions that kind of show like cartoon characters making your food. It's not really your food, but it's just kind of like it's a timed, or it's a video that just kind of constantly is on a loop. So you can see them kind of in the quote-unquote kitchen working. There is a lot of cool things in here. There's a really cool Cartoon Network hotel shop. So if you're into Cartoon Network, there's some really cool stuff in there that I'm pretty sure you can only get at the hotel. Some really nice sweatshirts. Stuff wasn't expensive either. $40 for a sweatshirt. That was really cool. A nice hoodie. Good quality hoodie. We had a great time at the Cartoon Network hotel. I wish that the rooms were a little cleaner. The rooms themselves were clean, but like the beanbag that's in there, I don't know. I don't think they take that cover off and clean it between guest stays. I think that just kind of stays on there forever because there was a little bit of like food residue on the side of it. But you know, it's a shame because it's such a cool thing to have in a room. But, like, I'm not gonna sit in it because it's got food in it from someone else. A little bit of mold in the kitchen area where the sink was. It wasn't horrible. It wasn't like black, dark mold, but it was just something that they didn't clean. Probably maybe they clean it once every couple months instead of every month or every week. The bathroom was clean. I didn't have to worry about not having to wear, I didn't have to wear my shoes, my shower shoes in the shower. I didn't feel like that. The toilet was very clean. We did have to move a lot of towels in. They only give you a certain amount of towels, so we had to request more. The sheets, the linens were clean. There was extras for the bunk beds, so in case it was cold, you could have extra sheets. So the rooms themselves, pretty good. Like I said, it was a little expensive for what it is, but it was kind of like a once-in-a-lifetime kind of deal. We probably won't stay just because of the price. But if we had a bunch of people, we would totally try one of the suites. The suites are cool because you can get a lot of people in there, and it would also cut down the cost as well. Or you can do like a double room, so you can kind of get some more people to chip in on the price because it is a little more expensive than the hotels in the area, but you're paying for that premium Cartoon Network. Very cool. I would suggest if you are interested in Cartoon Network or the hotel at all, you have to check it out. Definitely stay in there. You do have to make a 2-day stay. You cannot stay one night, at least when we went. I think there's certain times of the year that you have to stay 2 days at minimum. And of course, that's when we went. So it's definitely worth checking out, but I don't know if a return visit would be in our future.